Good evening, everyone. It is Tuesday, October 13th, 2020. It is now 6:37. We have the Halifax Selectmen's meeting. It's being taped by Area 58. You start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So, we have the agenda.
I have no additions.
Okay. Want to move to approve it?
I'll move it.
Second, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay, so we have Selectmen's meeting minutes. We have regular session of August 11th, 2020, September 3rd, 2020, September 8th, 2020, and September 10th, 2020.
I've had an opportunity to read them, so I'm going to move them.
Okay, I'll second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay, so next up we have the move to affirm the payroll warrant. So do I vote the power of necessity?
I don't see a problem if you want to invoke that, yes.
All right, so because I have a conflict of interest with some of the line items, the Board of Selectmen at the last meeting voted to have Selectman Aaron, Selectman Milius sign them, but saying that we have to act in a timely manner on both the power of necessity to vote on the payroll warrant.
So I'll move the school warrant number 29 for $45,844.46. Vendor warrant number 30 for $64,442.65. Withholding warrant 31 for $143,378.64. Vendor warrant number 32 for $53,210.86. School warrant for number 33 for $272,627.83. Ambulance commitment $45,336.83. Ambulance commitment.
Charlie, 1 second. Pam, so that
The 45,338. Did you say 338 or 336? For the ambulance commitment. 45,338.
45,338.83. Isn't that what I said? Did I say 6?
I thought you said 6.
she said this is
Sorry. Ambulance commitment for $32,250.09. I'm sorry, 8 and 6 again, missed up here. Ambulance commitment from 9/28/20 to 10/4/20 for $44,093.31.
Do you want to just read the payroll one? Because I didn't the top one, Charlie.
Payroll warrant number 28, $388,585.34.
I'll second and invoke the power of necessity to do so. All in favor?
Aye.
I invoke the power of necessity to vote to. Okay, next up.
I move the following warrants. Payroll warrant number 34 for $387,335.09. Vendor warrant number 35 for $1,305,639.31.
I'll invoke the power of necessity to second. And all in favor?
Aye.
I invoke the power of necessity to vote on the payroll warrant. So, so it passes.
And I'll leave the other two until such time. That's the only one's gonna vote on myself and Millis.
Do you want to,
General mail,
do you want to move Gilman? Because I can vote on that.
Michael Gilman for $913.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
And selectmen's bills,
Red folders. I have signed them also.
law account, $72.10. That's for LexNexus. Selectmen's expense account, $208.51. WB Mason. South Coastal County Legal Services, $3,500 as voted at town meeting. And that completes.
Just so you know, Tom said he'll be here at 7:30. We'll just continue as well as we can.
I'll second the selectmen's bills. All in favor? Aye. Okay. Do you want to do
General mail.
general mail?
So just a couple of updates on COVID. We did have 2 new cases, one on Saturday, October 10th, and one on Sunday, October 11th. The elementary school put in a request asking if laptops for the elementary school staff to be included in the town's COVID expenditures. The estimate is $47,764.22 for 49 laptops. I've queried from the county as to whether this is an allowable expense, so we will get back to that. I didn't know if the board wanted to take any position on it before I heard back from Tim. I assume the board, yeah, it's not an emergency situation, so I'll carry this over to Thursday.
Okay.
South Shore VoteTech remains interested in COVID reimbursements, but has not sent any information that could be submitted to Plymouth County. This is Belinda. Hi, Belinda. Hi, just a minute. I'm going to put you on. Let's see if I can raise the volume. Linda's here as the Finance Committee member to vote on the possibility of making the appointments tonight. These 2 fine residents are in to meet with the board. Can you hear me? Okay. About the possibility of filling 2 of the seats on the Finance Committee that we have open right now. I believe you have, they have to tell me forms.
It's inside, it's papers.
So what happens on something like this is there's a representative of the Finance Committee that then has 1 vote, a member of the Board of Selectmen has 1 vote. Usually, sometimes we bring in the moderator if there's a concern. I did not invite this in because I didn't see the need at this point for that to happen. But this is an opportunity for the board to interview the residents who are interested in serving on the Finance Committee.
Okay, who's up first?
I guess I'll go. So I'm Lauren Carmichael. I don't know what. Should I just tell about myself? Okay.
You're a resident, you've been here for how long, you're interested in, what your background is, and I don't know what to hear from you.
Yeah. You want to come forward to the table?
Sure. Okay, so I'm Lauren.
Have a seat, please.
I'm Lauren Carmichael. I live on Chestnut Road down by the East Lake. I have lived here for it'll be 2 years at Christmas time, and my kids go to school at the elementary school. My husband is a ER nurse at Brockton, and I work for Dunkin' Donuts. I don't have any background in finance at all, except for just my personal finances. I think are pretty interesting, and I listen to a lot of like money podcasts, and it's kind of like almost a hobby or like a type learning thing that I like to do. But so then I saw on the town Facebook page, which I'm part of, that there was an opening, and I thought it might be interesting to learn more about money and how to spend, but also instead of working with smaller numbers, I can working with bigger numbers and how that all relates.
Have you met with the finance committee yet?
Yes, last Monday.
They explained to you the ins and outs?
A little bit, yeah. I was talking to Melinda a lot last week about everything.
So do you have any issues with if you are appointed to the board with attending meetings?
No.
Are you a registered voter?
Yes.
Have you attended town meeting before?
No, this is my first one.
Okay. This is Mara Carmichael.
Apologize for my tardiness.
She's interested in serving on the finance committee.
Excellent. Have you, I think you've probably already been asked.
Well, actually, we didn't introduce ourselves, so.
I'm sorry. Troy Garrett.
Nice to meet you.
Gordon Anders.
Nice to meet you.
Tom, Williams.
Nice to meet you.
Are you a long-time resident or?
No, not even 2 years. It'll be 2 years in December.
I apologize again because I really didn't have an opportunity to really look over too much. Your background would be in?
It's in store design and architecture, but it's finance is just kind of something that I'm interested in personally, and listen to a lot of podcasts about it. And I grew up not really talking about money, so it kind of fell on me to learn about it myself. So it kind of snowballed into something I'm interested in. And then I saw on the town Facebook page, I forget who posted it, but I saw that there were a couple openings, so I decided to,
Terrific.
So I don't want to be misleading and say I know a lot. I don't have any like professional experience at all. And I made sure when I heard my first initial call to tell Melinda that, because I was like, can I even do this? I don't know, but she said it was fine.
That actually is fine. I mean, you don't need to be a financial whiz.
Yeah.
Common sense and some, basic background is really the criteria. And then you just kind of learn as you go.
Yeah.
And take the lead of the people that are serving. It's kind of like jumping into the deep end, but it's a heck of a way to get experience in town government and how the town functions, and it'd be a great thing. I'm sure you've already been asked if you have time to devote to it because it can get pretty lengthy in season.
Yeah, Linda was telling me it gets kind of busy, kind of starting Christmas time into the first half of the year, and it gets a little slower, so I'm coming in at the slow season. But yeah, I have childcare, and Monday nights are fine for me. That's the night that the finance committee meets, so
That's good.
Well, thank you for coming forward and wanting to civil service. There are people been in town longer than you and they haven't stepped up yet. So it's nice to see someone new in town.
yeah.
And believe me, having experience in something sort of jades you a little bit. If you're a good listener and you can understand things better, and you see things sometimes first with experience when I see.
Yeah, coming in with fresh set of eyes.
Yeah.
Very good.
I have nothing for you.
Yeah, as long as you have Monday nights free from basically January 1st until May.
Yeah, that's really the central criteria.
Does the board want to handle these separately in the sense of vote warrant first and then do the next interview?
We're looking at two people.
Right, so you have two seats. So, as I mentioned earlier, Tom, what we're dealing with is Linda's on the phone here. I know you can't see her. She is here, right, Melinda? That's fine, okay. So she's here representing one vote from the Finance Committee. The Selectmen would have one vote also. And then, so if one of you, who's ever voting on behalf of the board, could vote, could make a motion, Melinda could second it, and off we go.
All right, so we should, as a board, decide.
So I move that Tom is the voting member on the
Second.
appointment.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I will make a motion that we appoint, I'm
So,
sorry.
Pam, what term would be, she said?
June 15th, 2023.
So June 15th, 2023.
And I've already forgotten your name, so please.
No worries, it's Lauren Carmichael.
I nominate Lauren Carmichael to fill the position on the Finance Committee for the dates we just had, which was from now
June 15th, 2023 would be
to
the
June 15th, 2023.
Melinda, you want to make a second?
Second.
Melinda?
I vote in favor.
Well, you're seconding the motion first.
Oh, sorry, I heard the word second. I second the motion.
Great, then,
All those in favor?
all those in favor?
Aye.
Melinda, you can say aye.
Aye.
Great, okay.
And the COVID era, it's just
Congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Melinda, start off on the easy ones on her.
Like school.
I guess the first question I need to ask is, are you sure you want to get involved with this? It's not like Wall Street.
No, yes, I'm absolutely sure. So I can answer questions, I can tell a little bit about myself.
A little bit about yourself.
Okay. So, my name's Tom Connolly. We've been residents of Halifax for about 9 years. I've got a 10-year-old daughter. My oldest is 32. My 10-year-old daughter was at Halifax Elementary School. She's now at Kingston Intermediate School. I think my only interaction with sort of town activities, big interaction, I've been to lots of town meetings just to watch, was hops. So I was on a committee to do that, and then I run a small personnel consulting firm in Quincy. We've got offices in Chicago and Philadelphia and a few others. And as an example of what we do all the contact tracing, staffing and training for the state of Massachusetts and Fairfax County and Florida and a few others. I've had a long interest in municipal government, but haven't had the opportunity to do it. I'm finally downshifting a little bit. I'm going to become just a shareholder in my firm 1st of January and turn the reins over to a younger member of the firm. And so it gives me a little bandwidth to be able to participate in the contribute. So that's really what I'm here.
Sounds good to me. Just the fact that you're interested sounds good to me. You know, to have any candidates, especially for finance, because it can get pretty involved. There is a commitment to be made.
Sure, I'm sure there's a lot to learn still, because as you say, this is Wall Street is completely different, and I've got a lot to learn. But I'm looking forward to it. Melinda and the finance committee have been very gracious. I met them 4 weeks ago, and we've been going back and forth. And, yeah,
It's good. It's good.
So Monday nights are available.
yeah.
So I'll make a motion that Tom C. Is this an appointment of just one? So I'll make a motion that Tom C. appointed from the Board of Selectmen.
Oh, I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
So I move Tom Connolly to fill the position on the Finance Committee, and what are the dates again?
Again, June 15th, 2023.
Okay, through June 15th,
Tom
2023.
has, in fact, motion for Tom to be appointed for the finance committee.
Great, so I'm on this on the finance committee, that's the motion.
Okay.
All those in favor? Aye.
Melinda, you can say aye.
Congratulations. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you both.
Melinda, thank you for attending. We're done with that section of the meeting.
All right, thank you so much, take care, everyone.
Okay. Well,
I think it's great, we got a timber flag, we're going to meet you in the Cowboy.
Tom, this is where we just go through the payroll numbers. I am both the power necessity. We didn't know we here. so.
No, that's
So we
okay.
did those, the only thing we didn't do is the legal bills, so I don't know if you want to look back at that, with Troy, and any of those.
Okay,
I move that Brooks and Durensis for $920 and Attorney Lawrence Mayo for $4,751.12.
you want to do Mike Gilmore too?
We did, yeah.
Oh, you did that, okay. Second, all those in favor? Aye.
And I refuse.
And you did the selectmen's bills?
Yes.
So are we just moving on to general mail?
We just started and try to get the phone call from Linda, so we're not right into the appointment.
Okay.
So recycling abatements for fiscal 2021, Pam has passed along 5 requests that came in based on letters from callers, and also there's one for a vacant home.
And then I also shot like a packet of the late ones also.
Oh, okay.
That's okay, so I just.
Well, I didn't know that, but we need
No, that's
to,
okay.
well, it needs to be on the record about, let's do the 5 that came in one
Okay, so we
time.
have, so we got 5 here and has to be. This is that, this 5. It's under, it's number roll. And those came in on time.
Paperwork in order?
Pam, is all the paperwork in order for that?
Yeah, it is, they're all, there's 3 sheets that stapled together. The first sheet is this one with 5 of them on there. The second sheet has 1, and the last sheet has all these.
Oh, okay.
It's like this, so go behind the glove, throw a paper, and that's the page after that.
And they all in on time?
The first 5 are on time,
No.
yes.
You got that right there. On time. That one's a big one. That one's a
Thanks.
And these were all on time. Sorry. But that's the question.
I don't know what's going on, I don't know what to say, right? Okay, so the first 5, those were on time. We read all the paperwork.
Can I get a motion?
Motion to approve, bill for $32,346, $129, $2,064, and $117, 31 abatement bills.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now the next,
You have 1 for a vacant house, which has been confirmed, correct?
yes, but we have to go on-site inspection to walk through.
Okay, I would motion to approve abatement for bill 258.
Second.
All those in favor?
Okay, then the other packet, you guys don't have to read the comments. These all came in, it says when they were received, when they were postmarked, and what we received.
If the board would like to, we could carry these over to Thursday. Obviously, you can
recommend that.
So you guys can look at that
That
file.
gives us an opportunity to look them over.
Okay. All right.
Do we need a motion to carry over?
I move that we hold over to Thursday meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Maker is here to sort of do a meet and greet as an early indication of interest for a marijuana retail store, recreational, here in Halifax.
Hi guys, can I just ask one question? I have my team with me this
We are limited to 11 people in this room.
Okay.
And I think that's good.
My business is done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking for, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Well, and the camera person will come back. So you can get 2 more.
Do we get 2 more in? Jay, why don't you and Coop come in? I can get 2 in.
I'm meeting now. I'm good. So,
Thank you.
good, no problem.
Thank you.
guys.
All right, John, you come in
There's
too.
something else on the agenda for you, right?
All right, thank you guys for giving us some time today. Troy, Gordon, Tom. So we have a location that we'd like to present to you guys. It discloses all the information that we have, to be transparent, for how we're going to move forward with the town. First, can I just introduce my team? That's Matt Collins, okay? Josh Griffiths, he's Gary's head of security for our company that we're working on, right? So, the property that we have a lease with, that we're negotiating with right now, we're just ready to sign the lease, is 657 Montponton Street. Okay, now that is the building where they had Montponton Liquors, I believe. Now this is the least impactful place you can find in town that'll work for our needs and with your needs. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the property.
Next to
The old
Morgan.
liquor store that's right on the Hanson line.
Yeah.
You know where that property is, right? So there's 2 units in that property. And right now, the right side, they are redoing the property to keep the liquor store open, they bought the liquor license, okay? The left side is what's vacant right now, it's roughly 850 square feet. 1,800 square feet. It's pretty much just brick and mortar, we have to redo it. There's plenty of parking on the site. They own the property pretty much right up to the Hanson line. So, we're doing 2 things. We're trying to do the less impact we can do on the town by putting it over there. Second of all, we're gonna take an eyesore and make it look really nice. Aesthetically, we'll put up fences, we'll do anything that the town wants us to do as far as with that property is concerned. We had a discussion with Chief Jobs. We discussed the location with him, and obviously being transparent with him, he gave us our card and everything else, that if he has any questions to us, Jay's gonna put down a security template for us that we gotta do, which we'll propose to the town. I mean, Jay, if you want to discuss your background with these guys, I don't know what you have done.
My name is Jay Strong, native of Northampton, Mass, attended UMass and Amherst. I spent 4 years in the U.S. Air Force Security Service, top secret cryptographic clearance. I've been in the security business for 50 years. Some of my clients, Briggs Incorporated, Connecticut National Bank, Trust Farm, the Hartford Insurance Company, and I've had the opportunity to work with a number of people in Connecticut, both grow facilities and retail facilities associated with their medical marijuana.
Excuse me. Is there a bring to 12? So, okay, we've now got 12 people in the room, we're gonna have to do something. What do
I
you
can think for a little bit. I'm on 7:30 and we're just a little early.
Okay.
Do we want one person to read?
That just happened.
Okay, thank you, sorry. So we're comfortable with Jay, the security's gonna provide for us. With the CCC, they offer, we have to provide top-notch security, which obviously will be with the CCC, the police chief, and with the town itself. All right. Now, as far as a host, we have a host community agreement we want to present to the town. When would we present that to the town? Would we do it like before we have a hearing with the town itself, or how does that operate? I mean,
I would think that the residents would want to see the draft before the hearing, because they're going to want to respond to the draft.
Okay, so before the next hearing, we have a host agreement, we want to present to the town, have that all set?
Is that, Charlie, is that something we just drop off and we need to make another
And that'll be available for discussion with the town as needed, so however you guys want us to go further with that.
Do you guys present it to legal before it comes out to the town, make sure everything's...
No, it's a public document, we would probably distribute, well, certainly we would distribute it to town council, but it would be distributed to the departments and everything else. And once we get it, it's a public document.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And that'll be available for public to read and...
That's what I just said.
Okay, all right. Is there any other town boards we have to go in front of before we even move any forward from this, or is this the
No, so
meeting
there
we have?
are three segments. You've got what you're doing now, which is reaching to the host community agreement, hoping the selectmen are going to sign something. You need to go to the CCC, obviously, for the provisional license. Then you'll probably go into the planning board, the site plan review, and we're at 12, and we're at 13.
13, so we're going to have to,
We're at 14.
we're going to have to suspend our meeting.
Guys, you can't come in yet.
No,
You
sir,
I can't tell someone they can't come in.
No.
I'm sorry.
It's a public meeting.
Oh, we can read outside.
Well, no, we only can have one person out of the lobby. We're sort of stuck. I'm sorry. Not, you should,
Yeah, it's not their fault.
it's not your fault. Either, you can make
Yes,
it,
you have. You guys want to like step out a little bit?
you can go downstairs, so we only have one person in the lobby.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
If anybody's in the lobby, we can take two more in right now.
You guys can wait on.
Wait, well, we don't. Wait. Just to explain how, you can have 11 people in this room. You can have one person in the lobby. So if two people want to come in, and one person waits in the lobby, you can do something.
I don't know. We had our meeting remotely, so I don't know who's at the school right now, but do the all-purpose room.
Well, I think it's a long, so,
Well, we're still in,
yeah, so we're good right now, I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry, guys. What's the time frame here on the next agenda? To be in front of the selectmen to finalize our presentation. How does that work? What steps do we need to take?
Well, we meet the second and fourth Tuesdays of the month.
Okay.
They did an evening meeting, we do some afternoon meetings, but typically we try to handle quick business, not so much something like this. I think this would be better served at a Tuesday night meeting.
So what's your recommendation?
well,
They want to see the host community agreement.
Okay, so we get the whole agreement together?
what's the intent of that second meeting? Because you're going to have a public forum at some point.
You're right, that's what my question would be.
So my question is what is the intent of the second meeting? Is it the public forum?
Yes.
Okay, I think the board, we're doing one with Bud's Goods on a separate night by Zoom because of this exact problem we're dealing with.
Yeah,
So I think what you need to do, you'll need to meet the requirements of the public forum, which I believe is you have to have it notice in the paper, you've got to notify butters, and there's everything from the Cannabis Control Commission about requirements for the public forum. So you need to go back and look at that. When you're ready to do that, then we can schedule it.
Okay. The other question I have is, how is the town gonna, figure out how many dispensaries you're gonna allow in town? And most towns right now, they're doing 20% of the liquor store license. Is that something that the town votes on, or is that
Yeah,
something?
the town never made a decision, we don't have a quota, we don't have any limits at all.
Is that something that's going to be addressed?
I don't think so. I mean, I believe we have to go to zoning for that.
yeah, and we're talking about town meeting next year.
Okay.
And I know there's been several inquiries since the town meeting.
What's the distance requirement between alcohol establishment?
I believe it's
So that would be an issue if there's a.
That's for pouring liquor, it's not for having a liquor store. The 500 feet is about pouring liquor.
I'll check.
Yeah,
Yeah, we checked that.
the state law is where they pour liquor, not where they sell it.
Okay. I just think that was something that was,
That came up several times.
Yeah.
and knocked out possibilities of other locations that would have been considered.
Right, we need
So
to-
that's a little different information that we have.
That's definitely state law.
Well, there's also the town's own bylaws, which may be different from the state law.
Okay.
So
Do you have a list of that, Charlie, with the state, with the town? Do you have a list of what the town bylaw is? It's not that,
well, not on,
Is it
the
state?
town's bylaw, I mean, we just passed it.
yeah,
So if you look up the article.
okay.
But, no, it's all, right now, the zoning bylaws are on the town website, it's specific as to
Yeah,
where it's allowed.
okay. I mean, can I give you guys some information if you want to get a hold of us? Any, like, we want to be as transparent as we can with the town. So if anybody needs any information from us, me, or whatever they need, this is all information from all the guys. You're welcome. You're welcome. So Charlie, you can email me, call me, anything you want. That's our entire team right there.
Okay.
You guys have any questions for anything?
Not at this point. I think when we get the presentation, I think that would generate the. So one question we already discussed, we're gonna look up, so just to make sure that everybody's good.
Yeah. Good.
All
All right, thank you guys. So Charlie, so we can in touch with you to go to the host agreement and everything? All right, thank you guys. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Enjoy the night.
Good job. So I think the person that for example, stairs, I think that was about it. You're here for the poll here?
Yeah.
Anyone downstairs for the poll hearing? Come on, please.
I
I don't know.
That's gonna be a table. I don't know if you want to just revote that.
Okay, Gordon, now that you sign, the right in the corner.
Because I voted on the.
Okay, so what you did, so you voted on the power of that.
Yeah.
So you're trying to decide on that, right? Is that correct?
I don't know. Can I do that?
Oh, you did it under the power.
That's why
You did under the power, you're good.
You did the vote,
I don't, because we voted that.
we voted it, so we voted it for the child. We voted out of the power necessity for the.
Right.
Should we just sign the payroll this time?
Yes, no, I mean, you voted for it, so.
Yeah.
I suspect that the person for National Grid is sitting in the parking lot, but I don't know which car he's in, so.
Wait.
Well, I went out to the porch. Because I remember he went out because he was saying, oh, this is at 7:30, I can wait. So, want to do the rest of the mail at this point. You handle the recycling abatements. We've got the Boy Scout bottle and food drive. These council asked permission to use the town hall green on Saturday, November 14th from 9 until noon in the bottle can food drive.
Move. Second. All in favor?
So Old Colony Council is looking for a delegate from a community for under 14K, meaning a population of 14,000. They sent that out to everybody, if there was anybody who was interested. A story walk, similar to the previous story walk along the Millennium Trail earlier this fall. Library Director Peter Lutz proposed another story walk beginning on Monday, October 12th, and going to Saturday, October 31st, for the book Where's My Mummy? And I suspect it's Halloween oriented because mummy spelled M-U-M-M-Y, by Carolyn Primmy. I would like permission to have the story walk installed at the trail during this time.
Second. All those in favor? Aye.
Mark Valentine sent a note to the board late last week that he was going to be unfurling some of his larger flags over on Saturday, October 10th by the water department, check for damage to the flags, and if everything happened, and that's worked out. Road openings, we have two, one for 13 Dwight Street for new gas service. There's a trench permit needed from the building inspector's office, plus a police detail.
We need Department of Motor Study?
Everyone's all on board with it, it's still all set. That one's all set, and the other one's also.
Can I hear a motion? I'll move it.
I recuse.
Second. All those in favor?
Okay, so that's for July, okay.
And then for, second one is at 11A Street for new gas service, trench permit needed, plus a police detail.
So moved. Second. All those in favor? Aye.
So, Gordon, the only one you recuse yourself on the first one, but said yes to the second one?
Recusing from both, right?
I don't think I can vote on the second one.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
So hold on, so the second one was okay, is that what it's?
Yes, it's okay, but Gordon's recusing himself from both.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Waiting for one minute to catch.
Yeah, I know. I'm good.
You need a shorthand for my recusal.
Yeah. Okay, I'm good.
School committee vacancy.
Yes, so I have an update. We have, let me find an email. We voted tonight to have a special meeting at 6 p.m. on Monday, October 26th, for the Board of Selectmen to do the interviews. That was going on.
So this is a joint meeting with the school committee, so we'll do it in the APR?
The idea was probably just to do it online.
Oh, okay.
If that works.
Okay, I'll just have to, yeah, Belinda can host the finance committee on Zoom.
So she has it set up for Google Meet, so she already sent out the,
Oh, okay.
if I forward that.
Yeah, I can start, the logistics are doable.
Okay.
Troy, is that going to work for you? People can dial, Gordon?
Yes, you can dial in, you don't have to be,
Yeah, it should work.
Okay.
If not, I'll go to a local pub.
Okay, so.
so there's 6 right now people to interview, so I didn't know if you wanted me to have this, Danielle, Oliver, who's the new secretary of the school committee, reach out to the, or did the board want to reach out to the members to schedule the time?
Sure.
All right, so I'll have her set up the, is 10 minutes or 15 minutes per person?
If it's 15, you're going to be doing it for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes is probably.
10 minutes is fine? Okay. I'll ask you to do that.
The key is to be prepared.
Have the canned questions ready to roll?
Yeah. Just kind of roll.
Pope's Tavern Roof Project, the low bid was from E5 Builders, which has done previous work for the town with the highway barn, so Scott Ventura was happy with their work. We did not require decamp certification, so that wasn't an issue with this go-around. I believe it was with 77?
73, wasn't it?
Well, I think it's on the, I gave it to you guys on a piece of paper. That it's down below. That's the district. Somewhere, it should be towards the back of the file. There you go.
$73,280.
I didn't get any objections from the architect. So my recommendation at this point would be if the board so pleases to approve awarding the contract to E5 Builders.
Anybody want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to award the contract to E5 Builders.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Nothing on the legal front, and this came in Friday night, so I didn't put it on the agenda, but since the board doesn't have to take any action on it, I also didn't want to wait for this. Bond rate, we are going out to bid for bonds later this month for the fire suppression work over at the elementary school. As is typical for that, you get an updated rating from your bond rating company. We've been working with Hilltop Advisors and moved over from Moody's to Standard & Poor's. Standard & Poor's has announced that the town's bond rating is AA+, which is one step below the maximum or best bond rating possible. And that's 2 steps above where we were with our previous bond issues. And just a lot of work went into that from our financial departments. Cindy Nolan's town accountant, Pam Ducci is the elected treasurer, Holly Mary is the principal assessor. Their work in terms of making sure that town's financial records and procedures are in place made a big difference. The board of selectmen and the finance committee with the financial philosophy that they've developed over the years, I think impresses people like Standard & Poor's. We're a small community, we don't have a large tax base, but if we're how we operate and what our priorities are, that makes a difference in terms of the bond rating. And then also for the voters here, they're making the final financial decisions for the town, not overspending, setting aside money for reserves. All those are the factors that Standard & Poor's was looking at when they made that decision. It's sort of to me, it's sort of a break out the champagne and cigars moment, simply because you don't see communities move up 2 steps at a time. 1 step at a time, sure, but 2, and to move to that, we're looking, there are going to be towns that are always going to be doing better than us on the ratings, Lexington, the Concord, places like that. But being 1 step below them for a small community like ourselves, that's great.
With a small tax base, which is the key there. No, that's excellent, and that all translates to lower borrowing costs.
Yes.
And that's the whole idea here. So, excellent, to all involved.
Kudos.
415 Thompson Street, that came in this afternoon. I guess supposedly the facts wanting to remove compost from the site. I received a photograph of the material, supposedly it's compost, it looks a lot like dirt. I know at some point compost looks a lot like dirt. Given the previous issues with the site, I didn't know whether the board wanted to meet with the interested parties. Compost, wood chips, etc. are not covered under the earth and soil removal bylaw. Soil and earth, obviously. But given the past history, I didn't know whether the board wanted to meet with Joe Peck, for instance, to go over exactly what's being removed, how much is being removed, so we have some documentation so that if the board does receive a complaint, the board already is aware of the operation, knows its constraints, knows what's being removed, etc. I didn't know what the board wanted to do.
It's kind of interesting because compost from a distance at least can appear to be dirt-like, so it's hard.
I think we ought to meet with them.
Yeah, I think we should. I'm sure everybody's on the same page with this.
So I'm going to try it. I can't set up for Thursday, but I can set up for next Monday's meeting.
Okay.
And that's what I'll try to do.
Sounds good. I mean, Everybody good with that?
I'm gonna go look for our national grid person again.
So we did, talk about the bond rates. Did you get an email from Christine about the lower bond rates from Silver Lake?
I did.
Okay.
If you want, in this, you want to sign,
I didn't sign it.
the right of the bills. You got that? Okay.
One at a time.
Sorry.
That's the side that goes to the building.
These were,
Yeah, that's the side that's to the building. So that's the other car path,
City Council decided to extend the outdoor seating, remember, we were just going to do this for you, your two specific days. So that's the, so much
But I
fun.
have 66 days here across the street. Yeah, 166. Yeah, with the new piece, right? Yeah, that would be the new house. On the house, I thought that was the other, that they redid and moved down the hill. That would be great. This is the new house across from my house. This would be the other house.
We can't sign it. If they ever will.
There's the two little kids living in there, and the lights would shine off the bed. I've heard the little kids, you know, I've heard the little kids. They're happy little kids outside.
Let me extend the outdoor seating.
3 and 4 and 8.
Anything else?
You want to get those out of the bills?
I haven't signed it.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, so we got that.
So we have like, yeah. Do you know if there has been another culvert on the road? One there now that they put in probably 20 years. Yeah. But what did you want to do? Do you remember another one? I don't remember. The woman who lived in the house, the little tiny ranch in Bridgewater. Yeah, we used to be friendly with her when we first moved into town. She knew my husband's parents. And she told us that little pool, for lack of, we always called it a swamp, but yeah. And when a yellow spotted turtle issued it. They called it a vernal pool. And she told us that used, because if I walk up toward your driveway, I used to walk all the way up to the swamp, before the doors came in. And there is a little stream that goes through there, but then it stops. And she said there was under the road. And at one point, they didn't bother, when they fixed the road, they didn't bother to clear it out.
Shall we go up to the parking lot?
I think so.
So there wasn't,
Yeah.
so that was a long time. There was
Knocking on all the doors.
somewhere, yeah. I don't know where, it's not a vernal pool anymore. It's no longer a vernal pool. because it has an outlet. From real, yes, from definition it has an outlet. The only place it could have an outlet is to go under a road. And that's where it's over. We'll see. I'm not, I couldn't work on that. But I don't know. I've never seen, because it just kind of stops there. It fills up in the winter and then it dries up. When we were buying, I just the ground on the foundation. And so my property would flow this way towards the river. From right looking, it flows in that direction.
That was the guy's son?
He said 7:30.
No, right.
We walked up.
Oh, okay, so.
He might have gone somewhere.
Oh, 7:30 now. Yeah.
Give him a couple more minutes.
Do you all have specific questions or concerns or anything?
Well, I guess we'd like to hear what their proposal is. I mean, we see where these poles are going and why. Yeah, why is one of our questions too, but we live at 169 Walnut Street and we already have our site blocked by a pole that's further away. That is our concern.
Okay. Oh, yeah, for these two also. We had received requests on abatements for recycling from the Board of Assessors. There were two properties that the number of units were incorrect, so that the actual fee for the associated permit should be reduced by $50.
Yeah.
I'm going to recuse myself from this because I voted to do it downstairs.
Make a motion, I'll say.
I'll move it.
I'll second. All those in favor? Aye.
Anybody got a chessboard?
Pardon me?
Anybody got a chessboard?
Anybody got deck cards?
There's a lot of people in there. That's the church.
I think those
What do you get, finance committee meeting?
No, Concom's downstairs.
Yeah, conservation in that one.
I don't see anybody walking around out there.
It's still raining also.
Well, I mean, even if you thought it was 7:30, yeah, should be better.
Well, you have it on the schedule for Thursday, right?
Well, I put it on schedule, but these folks may trip out.
Came out of the equipment, wasn't it?
This says 7:15.
Right, we understand that. We don't know why he thought it was 7:30. We're trying to make sure that, if you all came in, we're trying to at least get your questions answered tonight.
It's approaching 7:40. Give me 7:45 or something.
Okay. Can we open the hearing and have them participate and then?
Oh, I think they wanted to hear something from them, but I think that was part of it, right?
You still could, I mean, I don't know if you, did you guys get my letter?
Right, so they did get, yeah, they
Yeah.
just have a copy of it.
So we could discuss that if you want. I mean, just, okay.
Yeah, if you'd like, sure.
So do we have the floor?
Yep.
Well, just for the record, there are wetlands nearby on both sides of the street. I don't know if that's going to impact it or not, project or not.
I believe it's, the Conservation Commission is taking that up as we speak, if they haven't already, so that would be their determination.
Yeah, there's also coverage there, I don't know, it looks like it might be in the area of these proposed holes. And according to Ralph Haywood, former highway department, and we were just talking, there was a second culvert somewhere on that road. I don't know if that is going to affect their drilling into the hole or not too. It collapsed, and when they redid the road, they never replaced it. And then they put in a new one about 20 years ago. Right?
The one that I knew about that collapsed was even, we've been there 50 years.
Right, Ralph Haywood said it was on one of the really old town maps, that there was a culvert there that had collapsed and they never replaced it. And our main concern is our line of sight. When we look south on Walnut Street, pole 3 is in our view. And we're at the bottom of the hill, and I don't know if that affects or not. We meant to take pictures, we forgot. But I can't imagine 2 more poles closer. We won't be able to see to get out of my driveway.
Well, one of the questions I was going to pose was, are we replacing poles and just putting them in a different location, or what exactly were we doing here?
Well, that's what I was thinking, whether or not that pole is going to be moved.
Well, where they're going to move it, but it's going to be closer to our driveway, it's going to be even worse. For us, line of sight.
Which driveway are you in?
We live at 169 Walnut Street, and it is right, our driveway butts 614 East Street, pole 2, is where our driveway is. Pole 2 is to the right of our driveway.
Whole Foods. So the proposed, or the, because P2 existing looks really close to 614 Street.
Yeah,
But P2-50 is a proposed location.
Yeah, P250 and P251 are proposed, but that's going to block our line of sight. Pole P3 right now blocks our line of sight. P2 is not an issue, P3 is our issue.
So it looks like they're looking to move that, right?
No, I'm looking at this, and they're talking about 2 intermediate poles to relocate 3 existing regulators that are needed for the solar array downstream. I think we're going to need to talk to them.
You know, we could discuss it all night long, and we're still going to do the resolution.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me take one more walk.
Because the question is, do they have to put them in there as another location?
Yeah, I mean, we won't be able to see to get out of our driveway if they put that, then any closer, is our thought.
Oh, again, that's why we need them there.
Right.
Or somebody from Verizon.
Well, we're shooting over almost a half an hour, from 10 for the meeting.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be close to 7:45.
Even if it was 7:30, it should have been in.
Yeah, exactly. I can't imagine him sitting out in his car. He fell asleep.
He's not downstairs meeting with conservation right now.
Oh, yeah, that's a possibility.
Charges were down.
Could be downstairs meeting with them. Maybe that was the 7:30 appointment.
Possibly,
No, I don't think he's scheduled for it, but he might be in there, because now, no, he wasn't, he was like,
Oh, the one scheduled.
no, but it was
Oh, you told me.
today, I was trying to tell you. She goes, well, we're meeting tonight, so I'll bring it up. She goes, well, on the agenda, she goes, but we can bring it it up, you know, let's do the four things, and all the wetland, she goes,
Yeah, I don't think they really fall under DEP
Yeah.
goals, but
that's what she thought, she didn't
Yeah.
think so. And there wasn't really a map that we.
Are there poles across the street from your home already?
No,
There's no poles there. What's the property like there, water?
it's woods, wetlands, but woodsy wetlands. I don't know what that would do to our neighbors across the street, their land side, you know?
Terry said that she would come give an update from conservation to us about conservation, but he wasn't downstairs at their meeting. And Charlie's, I don't know where Charlie's.
I think he's out patrolling the parking lot.
Maybe we should put a contact number for the night of the meeting on our form.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Asking who's the next contact or
I think, yeah, I mean, we usually get pretty good over that, but I think that maybe, I might have got, maybe you guys wouldn't say the other word, they're kind of great, they're kind of crazy for a couple of minutes.
Well, it doesn't look like he's going to appear, folks.
So my recommendation, actually, if we could get contact information from you, maybe it's in the letter, and we'll contact National Grid, have them contact you, so you can get your questions answered, and then if they can, we still need to have a hearing continued, but then we could get something from you all saying, we're satisfied, they made changes, or whatever it is, move from there.
Are you folks available daytime or anything? Like a Monday or a Thursday?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's pretty thoughtful for the day.
I'm just thinking that if we can get somebody in sooner rather than later on one of our COVID meetings.
Well, I moved it.
It's listed for Thursday.
Yeah,
No, I understand. I'm just asking if they're available.
yeah. We posted the same agenda for this coming Thursday afternoon at 2:30.
Okay.
So we'll get in touch with National Grid, and then get in touch with you all. Just
Well, I have your for 169 Walnut, and the other, I'm sorry, the other,
Excuse me?
what's your address, your name? Your name is, so that I can contact you?
Marjorie McNevin.
I'm sorry? Your name?
She just can't hear you say your name, that's all she's asking.
Hmm?
She's asking you to say your name.
Audrey McNevin.
Okay, I can get that, I'll get that.
And then once we get in contact with National Grid, if we get a confirmation they're going to have someone come back on Thursday afternoon, we'll get in touch with you and tell you that too.
Terry had an update from conservation about the.
Yeah, we briefly went through the information that National Grid sent, and as far as conservation is concerned, they are not going to require a filing to replace or put in poles at this time.
Yeah, that's typical, that they don't usually have a,
Okay.
they don't get peer approval in jurisdiction, because I don't think under DEP regs they have to.
So we'll handle the whole hearing that way. We'll be in touch, I hope, tomorrow with an update.
So do you want an official vote to move,
Yeah, to continue the hearing on Thursday? Sure.
make a motion to continue?
Second.
All those in favor?
Sorry.
Thank you, folks, sorry.